World is getting colder, trying to get sober. Lord help me get stronger. World is on my shoulders.
How you doing today? This is the 12 at 12 podcast, the podcast about real life, recovery, redemption, growth and development, because that's what this is about. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please tap the subscribe button and share it for more. Also, we are sponsored by First Step Recovery. If you have any problems with substance abuse disorder or severe mental illness, do not hesitate to call them today, like right now. If you know anybody, call them today. Refer it to them. Help them out. See the number up top? Use it. I have a special guest today, Julie.
Hi, my name is Julie.
Nice to meet you, Julie. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm really excited about this. I've been obsessing about it and reaching out to my friends and posting the podcast and stuff. So it's really exciting.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great. Appreciate the support.
Yes, definitely.
Appreciate
You're supporting
the support.
us by recovering out loud for us, having people come on here and tell their stories. I was able to listen to this while I was at work on my reach truck, you know what I'm saying, on my lunch break and stuff. So we're not always able to go and get the message, so the message is brought to us because of you, so in this podcast. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's great. That's great. You see that? People do listen and they do care.
Right.
Drop a thumbs up. Drop a like if you're listening to this. If you like the show, share the videos. And remember, if you want to come on and be a guest, contact us. We'll be happy to have you on to tell your story.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Julie, where are you from?
I'm here. I was born and raised here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm 39 years old. I've been in recovery now for about a little over a year. I just celebrated a year.
Oh, congratulations.
I know, I'm super proud. I never got a whole 365 together ever, bro. It feels so amazing. And the blessings just started unfolding after that, man. My kids are back in my life. I got a good job.
What?
Yes.
Dang, that's good money right there.
Yes, it is good money right there. I'm excited about it, man. I've never been on fire about something before. I've never had a lot of passion and desire and stuff. So, this is something new for me. I'm, awoke in a different kind of way, and it's exciting, and it's also, scary a little bit, but it's not as scary to where I want to avoid it. I want to, go after those, fears and just walk them out and go through them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a great thing. It takes a lot of courage to come up and tell your story.
It does. But I'm a center of attention. It's one of my character defects. I got a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
I like to be the center of attention. I like to talk, and you got to listen because I want you to hear what I got to say. So, the way that, after, accepting God into my life and accepting a higher power and stuff like that, after that, I was able to, turn all those character defects into assets. I could be a powerhouse, I could help somebody. I can change somebody's life just by telling my story. So I'm not going to let fear hold me back no more, because we have a purpose in life today, So it's important.
Yes, man.
That's right.
That's great. That's great. When did the struggle start with you using?
I like to be like everyone else and be like, oh, I had a terrible childhood and all that stuff. But none of that stuff really overtook me as much as finding out that my biological father passed away when I was 26 years old, and the man who raised me wasn't my dad,
So you started at 26?
Yeah.
With the drugs?
I mean, I dibbled and dabbled with alcohol and weed, you know what I'm saying, partying young and stuff like that. But when I had kids, all that was gone. I had my first child when I was 17. I had my second one when I was 18. I had my third one when I was 21, and my fourth one when I was 26. So I was all about mommy. I wanted to be a mom. I kept my brothers and sisters' kids on the weekend. I was that mom. And my life changed finding out that I had a whole nother person. And, to find out that he died of a heroin overdose, because he was suffering from cirrhosis of the liver. My mom's like, I was trying to protect you. I didn't want you to be exposed to that. I would have opened him. I would have embraced that man. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to have known my real dad. So that's what sent me off the edge, that trauma right there. Yeah, it was a lot. And, it still affects me to this day, because, I always fantasize about how my life could have been different. Did I really have to suffer? Did I have to really go through these things, And, but I have to let go of that, because it's going to keep me, from growing. So, but that's the main reason that I started using methamphetamines, and it was bad.
Dang, so tell me this. What made you go to meth? Out of everything.
So the people that I was around at the time, like my sister, her kid's father, my baby daddy, and just the group of people. So I had seen people smoke it in the past, and you know, I hit it one time, and this was probably right before I had my third kid, and they was like, hurry up and blow it out, it's gonna crystallize your lungs. I was like, I never want to do this again, you know what I mean? So that was like, I don't want to do that again. But when I was 26, like that happened. I had just had my daughter. She was 6 months old when I found out that information about, you know, my biological father and stuff. And I handed her over to her father, sent my oldest two with my mom and dad, and my third child with his dad. And I had this free range, you know, because I was like, I isolated for a long time in a bedroom, getting high on methamphetamines, looking in the mirror, like not being able to identify myself, not knowing who I was. And that drug really kept me from thinking about all that stuff. Like I started focusing on other stuff, like running the streets, you know, robbing people. It made me do all kinds of terrible stuff. Yeah. I was out there. It was bad. It was really bad. And I couldn't help but obsess about it. It took me over completely. Yeah, and there were points and times like I went through drug court because I got in trouble over it. I graduated drug court in 2018, September, and then November 2018, my kid's father that I have 3 kids with, he overdosed on fentanyl. My kids tried to like commit suicide and overdose and stuff. So January 2019, I was off and running again. I couldn't deal with life on life's terms, and I had already experienced that escape with it. You know what I mean? So it's like a tug of war with my addiction, you know? So whenever life gets too tough or I feel like I can't hold on anymore, I would turn to that, you know what I mean? Because my spirituality was empty. Like I didn't have a higher power. I didn't, not that I didn't believe in God, because I do believe in God, like I always have. But like at that point in time, I wasn't seeking Him. You know what I mean? Because
what you felt like, I mean, the Bible calls it what, backsliding. You was kind of like at a place that you didn't really have that connection.
Yeah, I was completely shut off from the spirit. Yeah, completely. I had no idea how to live life at all whatsoever.
Kind of gave up after you found that
Definitely,
pain basically put you all the way down.
I tried to commit suicide. I've tried to harm other people. Yeah, it was bad. It's like you said, like, you know, we were talking before the show started. I think maybe I was demon possessed, honestly, because like the ideal me, I would never do that. You know what I mean? So like to be under the influence in such a way that I'm rampaging, like raising hell all through Louisville, Kentucky, to my kids' lives, to my life, to anybody who was around me. So it was a horrible experience. I don't ever want to go back to it. Like that temptation can never be that great again to where I would want to be like that, you know? Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because, like it says, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So it wants to destroy you, your family, your existence, your soul, your spirit.
He had me in his grips.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
When did you start feeling fulfilled with the spiritual to bring that light into your life, to want to give that up?
Okay. I had got arrested a short period of time in 2024, and it was April, and I was locked up until May 31st. It was like a really short stint, and I made all these firm resolutions about how I'm going to be a better mom, I'm not going to be on drugs no more, and it wasn't 5 hours that after I got released, I was getting high again. And in that 6 weeks, I was back out for 6 weeks getting high on meth again, just living in the woods with a homeless guy with no teeth and one working leg, and that was my boo. You know what I mean? It was bad. It was bad, like incomprehensible demoralization. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, why are you doing this to yourself? What are you doing? Why do you really want to live like this? And I was like, F it, I give up. Like, I'm going to go get help. You know what I mean? And my sister was already in recovery. So recovery felt safe because, you know, going in alone, sometimes sometimes I would always get overwhelmed. People are judging me, like I'm scared. The atmosphere just doesn't feel right. Like, you know what I mean? And so like my sister had already established herself. So it felt safe. And I knew I had someone I can turn to because she's my family. So like, I just couldn't deny it no more. Like, it was working for her. She was the worst kind of junkie, just like me. So, like, I seen it, and I decided to go after it. And I fought with myself. You know, I would be like, ooh, I'm going to leave. And I had these shoes from the beginning of my of my recovery.
yeah?
My sobriety date's July 22nd, 2024. I'm sorry, 7/22/24. I don't say it with the word, so it got confusing. But like,
Over a year.
Yeah, over a year. I'll be like, I'm tying my shoes. I'm ready to run. And eventually, like, I just didn't want to run no more. And even when I did, my feet wouldn't move. It was like divine interventions. Because, like, in moments where I felt like running and taking off, or I would be hostile or arguing with somebody in recovery, in sobriety, I just couldn't go. Like, God had his hands all over me. He's like, you're not going nowhere. And I couldn't physically move no matter how bad my mind told me to go, you know what I mean? Because it's a disease in your mind, man.
Yeah.
And divine intervention. I can't explain it no other way. It's like something greater than me, man. And I'm so grateful for that. I really am, because it was scary. It's scary getting sober.
Yeah. You didn't know what to expect.
Before, I did it because they told me to. Drug court and stuff like that, you know, and just trying it out, you know what I mean? But I had like reservations about like, okay, I'm going to get some time under my belt, and then I'm going to try it again, because if I can go without using it, then I'm not powerless over it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this time I just went in full force, like I accepted everything, even if I didn't believe it wholeheartedly. I accept my higher power. I accept that I'm powerless over drugs and alcohol. You know, my life is unmanageable. Even if I didn't wholeheartedly believe it, even if I still questioned it or had a small doubt, like I just said it and went with it, man. And it changed. Stuff started changing me. So I completed my 12 steps, and I'm like, hey, sponsor, we got to do this again. She was like, why? I was like, because I believe in God now, like full wholeheartedly. Like I feel it. Like I feel the spirit in me. And everything, my perception on everything is different. So we got to do this again. You know what I mean?
That's so awesome, because you had that change of heart and that change of mind. You know, that's what repent means. You know, you change to non-believing to believing in God.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know all that.
Oh yeah, so and then you just start, you know, Lord, it comes with steps like, hey, you know what, man, forgive me for doing this, forgive me for being this type of way. It's like a mirror gets put up, and then it's like you see the type of person you were. Then the Bible says once you accept Him, you're born again and you're a new creation.
Right.
You have the Spirit of God inside of you. So now you got that light inside of you.
Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, I see it, man. You're smiling, man.
Happy.
I can see the light, and that's the great thing about it, you know. When you got that darkness, you know, you walk around spiritually dead.
Yes.
And that's what it is. You got no purpose. See when you listen, people, when you start believing in God, Lord Christ, when you start believing in Him, you get a purpose. He'll give you a purpose. It might take some time, but once you truly believe, and you get that crap out that you got inside of you, He's going to give you a purpose. And the purpose is always bigger than yourself.
That's right.
That's one thing it is. And then you
I
have
got
that
goosebumps
drive.
like that. Yeah, because it's true, man.
Yeah.
It's true. But nobody ever in that hopeless state will believe that. You know, they have to stick around long enough, man, to just be able to experience that. So, but like, it's hard for someone to be able to like fathom that. Like, I didn't believe it was going to happen for me. I had to just sit and wait, you know, and it happened. And now I'm excited about it. Like, I want to give everybody this. You know what I mean? I want them to all feel this. I want them to all have this. Like, it's exciting. It really is. And recovery's scary. Like, for me, I struggled a lot until, like, I had, like, 7 months with my job that I had. I worked at White Castle. I worked second shift. I wasn't able to, like, get a routine in, build some structure. I wasn't able to make meetings. Like, I was shut off, you know, still.
Yeah.
And I was sick still. But I was still trying, like, still going, still getting up, like.
Still fighting.
Yep, still fighting. Without my control. Because, like, let me tell you, F that job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm having asthma attacks walking to work because my health got bad. Like, the me that I know, which is the effed up me, you know what I mean, is like the one that I turn to. Like, it's like a second nature. My disease is my second nature. Kind of like normal people, second nature is like anger or something like that, or like my disease is my second nature. Like, I will will experience something, and my disease will process it before my healthy side gets to process it, you know. But now that I've established, you know, a spirit within me, now that I've kept a conscious contact, I've been praying, I've been meditating, like I've been building this foundation of my healthy side, like it has like overshadowed, you know, like it's always gonna be there, I feel like, but like the spirit's just too full, man. You can't.
Yeah, you
My
can't-
disease don't stand a
Yeah,
chance.
you can't get through you can't get through that.
Yeah, so
you
like
can't get
if
through the barrier.
Yeah, if something comes at me, my spirit's like, you know,
Judo chop. It's
Yeah.
going down.
yeah, we got plays set up for that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
facts.
Yeah,
That's good. You gotta have that strong foundation.
yeah.
Because if you don't have a strong foundation, you don't have anything.
It ain't gonna come unless you want
No.
it either. So
No, exactly.
you gotta put in the
push.
work.
You gotta put in the work.
Yes.
Like you said, you didn't feel like getting up, but you kept moving.
Yeah.
With that drive and motivation.
Not wanting to though,
Yeah.
like not wanting to against my will. I swear it's crazy. I can never explain it and somebody believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you have to experience it for yourself, you know? People have to experience this for themselves. They're never going to know until they try.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's worth it.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
So now tell me what are some of your plans for the future?
Oh my God, my
Since-
plans for the future?
Yeah, since you've been what's some goals or some things you might have since you are over a year sober. You're getting spiritual, right?
Yes.
You're praying, you're meditating, you're out here, you're getting to that good money. That good money.
Okay, my bad.
What's the next step?
Okay, my next step is I just started a new job, you know, making money, more money than I was.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my parents just helped me get a car.
Nice.
I'm working on like getting insurance and all that stuff on it. These are like small tangible things, cause like for me, I can't put no big expectation or set no big goal. I gotta like break it down because I will get overwhelmed. I know me, you know.
One
But
step at a time.
yeah, one step at a time. But my greatest goal of all, really, is to buy a home that I can have where all my children, my grandkids, because I'm a grandma,
No.
have
Congratulations.
keys and without no like, hey, do you care if I come by? Because so many times they had to be, you know, my kids are still divided today. Yeah, like my second son and my third son, they live together, you know, and then my daughter lives with her grandpa, and then my oldest son lives with my mom still, because it's a work in progress, right?
Yeah.
So, but my kids are divided because of something I did, because the mayhem that I caused. So, like my main goal in life right now is just to get a home to where all my kids can come, because I want my family, you know. It's all about family at the end of the day. I really believe it. Even not your blood family, you know, just family. And I want to be able to build those relationships with them that I let go, you know, that I didn't care about, that I pushed away, that I let rot. I took my daughter school shopping for the first time. That was so exciting.
What?
Yeah, like,
That's good stuff right
yeah.
there.
I was helping her pick out bras. She's 13. I was like, oh. She was like, why are you crying? I was like, I always wanted to do this.
That's great.
Yeah, and I want
Things
to.
get greater.
I want to sponsor. I don't feel like I'm completely ready because I'm still nervous, you know, and I'm egotistical still, you know, but that helps keep me confident, you know. It's like, you know, like it balances it out. But I want to help other people.
Yeah.
I want other people to know the help is out there, you know.
Yeah.
Aside from like making my life great, I want to make other people's lives great. I want to be able to be an impact for people, you know.
That's great.
Make a change in the world, like Michael Jackson. I still bop him on the way to work. He gets me right.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Mike now.
No, you can't.
You can't go wrong with Mike now. Mike, the best that ever did it.
Yeah,
He the best that ever did it.
yeah,
You know, so all y'all haters out there who try to say that other new people, I don't throw anybody under the bus. You know, you got good talent out there.
yeah,
But I mean, there was literally only one Mike. That's
Yeah.
it. Only one Mike.
yeah.
That's it.
Only one mic in the game is basketball too. So
Yeah, that's it. You just can't compare people you can't compare certain people to other people. You're great at your own time. You know, just like you. You know, you're doing great.
yeah,
Every soul you reach, every life you reach, every seed of positivity you plant, every seed for God you plant. It says you plant the seed and God has to do the increase. You can't change nobody, you can't convert anybody, but what you can do is plant good seeds.
yes, and there you can't expect a fast return. You got to harvest it.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah,
You know?
nobody wants to put in work.
Nah. Nah, that's the problem.
Dude, if this stuff was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know?
Yeah, they do. There wouldn't be nobody using.
Yeah.
Right now, there would be nobody doing anything right now. Everybody, the whole society just be clean right now.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not. It's not an economic standpoint. It's like, you got rich people, poor people, who go through it.
Yeah, we're all alcoholics and addicts.
Each country, language.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. They're going through it.
Yes, it's real out there.
It
It
is.
affects everybody. It is not biased. or
It's real in
racist.
these streets. It's real. It's real in these streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real in these houses too.
Yeah, it's real in these houses too.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. So definitely.
So the sober camp's something you want to join, man.
Yeah.
Let this people know.
Tell 'em,
Get
tell 'em.
sober. Get sober. It's
Get
the
sober.
life.
Get
Yeah.
sober.
And recover out loud. Like, why are people like so stuck on like not wanting to be like sharing, their experience, strength, and hope, or like being embarrassed about it, or like scared to do it, like not having confidence about it. Like, I am literally doing what the people before me have done.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm doing is because somebody else has done it. This right here, my girl Mariah reached out to me. She was
Yeah.
like, hey, Mariah's a powerhouse. Like, she mentored me through a whole lot of things. Like, she has had a big impact on my life. Such a beautiful woman, and so full of life. So, like, I know that she's doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. Like, I'm just following in the footsteps. That's why we got to have great leaders,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's like, and that's why it's so important for who you surround yourself by.
Yes.
And who you look up to. You look up to negative people. You got people who look up to gang members and stuff like that. Next thing you know, they want to be gang bangers. People who look up to people in the mafia. What are they gonna do? Do what they got to do to join the mafia. You got soldiers who look up to people in the army. They want to be soldiers. You got people, and like you said, it's nothing new under the sun. There's really nothing new under the sun. So it's about what you're gonna look up to, your inspirations, your aspirations. Okay, listen, I'm looking towards this. I want to do this. Who wants to do bad? Nobody wants
Nobody
to do bad.
does.
So you might just get caught up in the bad situation, and your mind might be wrong, thinking wrong at the time. But then once you realize, you know what, I really want to do better. I'm tired of the life I'm living, and then you're gonna surround yourself. You're gonna move to them people. You're gonna move around from the people who was this type of way. You're gonna move around from, I'm not gonna hang around these gang bangers. I'm not gonna hang around these drug dealers. I'm not gonna hang around the people who do drugs. I'm gonna do what I could do to help those people.
Right.
Now it's not, I'm gonna hang around because we could just sit around and chop it up. No,
Right.
I'm not gonna chop it up with you. We could come up with a plan
Right.
to get you right
Right.
because I'm doing right.
Right.
And then it just goes on down the line.
Yeah, it's a trickle effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, so with sobriety, I feel like it's misunderstood a lot. Some people feel like it's just abstinence from the drink and the drug, But substances come in many forms. They do. Mine was gambling. That was another one of mine. It stayed with me like my first 3 months. Men, sex,
Yeah.
There's a lot of substances that you could be addicted to. And it's not just abstinence from them, you got to have emotional sobriety, because being able to control your emotions, that's why they want you to keep a conscious contact with a higher power, because it helps keep you in tune and align you. Like, I know when my God conscious is active, because right now it is. I don't be like, hey, yo, what up, dog? You know what I mean? Like, that's not my God conscious. So, like, emotional sobriety is really important too. And I feel like since I'm one of those people with a mental illness, I have PTSD, and I was just recently I started on medications for it, and I quit taking them like 2 months ago. I was really consistent with it, and I started to have like brain zaps and stuff, and I didn't want to be on anything. Because I don't want to have to be on something, just like I didn't want to have to be on meth or weed, or just like I didn't want to have to gamble. So I wanted to get rid of everything that was altering me. So, and people couldn't tell. They couldn't tell. Before they was able to tell, because I would be like getting aggressive and becoming this mean, rotten person when I wasn't on the meds. But after a while, like once I was fulfilled with spirit, once I accepted my higher power, once I accepted God in my life, I no longer needed that medications. So when they say it's healing, it really is, bro.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I had PTSD, extreme anxiety, extreme depression, all that stuff there. And then, just God healed me. I had to get rid of some demons.
Whole lot
A
of them.
lot of them. A whole lot of them.
And you gotta keep from letting them back in, bro.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you keep the doors closed, cause then you can open up the doors. You go back to use it, you open up a door. That's why when the person they start using again, and then they end up worse than they were the place before. And eventually, it's gonna come a time that you're gonna use yourself to death. It's just gonna happen. And then the way it is, you know, you seen the videos, you seen what we've been showing. You don't know what's in anything. You take something and die. Fentanyl is all over the place. You don't know what's gonna happen if you use. It might not be another time you have. It might be your last time. Just remember that. Hopes, dreams. Keep your faith, God first. That's what it's about. So, what are you gonna what would you like to tell the people?
If you don't think you can do it, you can. Just give it a try. Don't give up on yourself. And one of my favorite things is trust the process, because a lot of times I wouldn't trust the process. Yeah, and help is available. It is. I want people to come in the rooms. They call me the hug bug.
Hug bug?
Yeah, because I would go into meetings, man, and I would be fearful of people judging me because I didn't have nice shoes, my clothes weren't acceptable, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I got the sobriety weight on me, I still got pick marks on my face, I might stink because I was in that era where I was depressed and I wasn't bathing right. Like, nobody wants to embrace that, you know what I mean? So I don't care what these people look like, I don't care where they come from, I don't care if they're high or drunk at that moment. Like, I'm so glad you came. Welcome, you know, here, like, I love you, thank you for coming, like, because that's what it's all about. When I meet a stranger, I tell them I love them, I love you, thank you, you know what I'm saying, because no one wants to feel like they're not accepted. Someone, you know, I want it to feel like I'm a part of, so, like, I want people to feel like a part of, you know, and feel welcome. Yeah, because this isn't my show.
Yeah.
You know?
It's God's show.
That's right.
That's it. You know? That's how I look at it. I love everybody.
Yeah, I do.
I don't hate anybody, nobody in the world that I know I hate. Nobody. That's it. It's love. Because God is love. Now, with love comes chastisement, discipline, things like that. Doesn't mean I'm just gonna take everything or anything. No, that's not right. You know, with love comes, hey, if I love you, I gotta tell you messing up. You could do better. You know, because I love you.
I love you.
You know? It's good money.
That's right. You gotta love your peoples, man.
You got to.
Yeah, so like, even like on the TARC bus, are we just talking casually now? Like, even when I'm on the TARC bus, before I got a car, because sobriety afforded me a vehicle, you know, I would notice how people wouldn't want to sit next to each other, and I'm thinking to myself, man, if it was a dire moment where it was live or die, I would be having people sit on my laps, like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to point that out. Like, it blew my mind. I was completely baffled that people were.
Oh, see, one thing I know about, even when I got closer to God and I started looking at people as human beings, not just as objects, because a lot of times when you're out there in the madness or just out there being selfish, you look at people, what you could do for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't even really matter about what you got going on.
Right, everything's a transaction out there.
Everything has to be a transaction. I don't want to do anything without me getting something back. Something got to shake.
Yeah, that's exactly how my mentality was.
Something got to shake. I'm doing what? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know?
And my ego don't want to, like, in the beginning, like, they're like, hey, you got to give people rides to meetings, and I'm like, they ain't got no gas money, like, you know.
Yeah, like that.
That's my natural. That's my natural, disease going. They ain't got no money. I'm feeling give them a ride. This is VA. Like, this is a big truck. Like, I can't do all that. Like, they can catch the bus, but no. Like, today, like, I can do that, and I'm going to do that. And I'm grateful that I get to do that. You know what I mean? But that's what my disease mind would say.
Man, you know what? See, the Bible says this, right? I know y'all don't like me here to preach. If y'all do, just stay tuned.
That's right.
I'm gonna throw a quick burst out here for you, and that's it. That's it. This video. So wait till no more to the next one.
Right.
But you have two natures. When you're born again, you got the old man, you got the new man. New man, Spirit of God is inside of you. You're a new creature. You know, you're a new creature. Your You're full of the Spirit of God. You're
Yes.
covered. So now, since Christ is inside of you, you start becoming more Christ-like. And then you got the old nature. Selfish, hateful, murderous,
Yes.
rageful, sexual immoral, drunkard, user, abuser, everything, all the above. But was Christ that way? No. So then we got to look at the characteristics. He was loving, caring. You know, he was there for people. Ate with the homeless. Gave to the homeless. Healed the homeless. Healed the sick. Cared for the children. That's what our Lord and Savior did. And that's the example that we're supposed to be. You know, might not agree with everything everybody do, but it doesn't mean I hate you.
Right. Progress,
No.
not perfection.
Exactly. I like that.
Yes.
Progress. One step at a time. And then sanctification is a process. So we just try our hardest, you try your hardest, and we try our hardest together to make the world a better place. That's it. Make the world a better place. And that's pretty much all I got right there for the people.
That's right. We'll be back again.
We'll be back again. We'll have Julie on again. Most definitely. And
I'm going to bring in all the sober people, bro. We're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
Deal.
thank you.
It's a big deal.
Stay blessed.